Hey guys, Ashlane here, coming at you today with some more Super Queen content, this time at Town Hall 9. 10 and 11, we're going to show you some replays on how to get the most out of your new revised Super Queen armies. Now, you guys know that Super Queen is when you use Queen in combination with healers, and now after the update, we've added in a bunch of giants and Barch, and you know, the troops may vary a little bit, but essentially, because you're only using 4 healers in this method, you're actually going to have plenty of army space to bring extra troops. And Mr. Robot does just that on this first replay here, where he has a ton of loot available, over 7,000 dark elixirs, so certainly this is not going to be your average raid, but hey, Mr. Robot, I asked for some replays in clan chat, and he brought 2 over 5,000 dark elixirs in a matter of an hour, so he certainly got lucky this evening. But you can see here, he does a really smart thing here, and he separates his army. You can see he does the Super Queen on the southern part of the base. Now, this is a Town Hall 9 attacking a Town Hall 10, so you have to be cognizant of those Inferno Towers. That's why he brings 2 level 1 freeze spells. This is an example of how you can use freeze when farming. He finds that using 2 rage and 2 freeze is actually a good combination, and then he has the poison spells if need be. We're also going to cover some 9.5, which is essentially 10 farming, and also Town Hall 11 using the Super Queen against more challenging bases, and it's actually easier when you have access to the Grand Warden, which we'll show towards the end of this video. You can see he uses the first freeze spell to actually take out that or to mitigate some of the attention that the enemy queen would otherwise be paying to the attacking troops. Second freeze, almost just got the double freeze there on the Inferno Towers. Either way, he's gonna have just enough oomph left in this attack to get to that Dark Elixir storage with the Barbarian King, almost take it out, but you can see he did a smart thing here. When you come across a village like this, that's essentially not a dead base, but a base that obviously hasn't been logged in quite a while because of the Dark Elixir drills both full, he was able to take advantage of the army, split it up, and hit both the drills as well as the storage. That's a smart thing to do if you see a base like this where you need to separate your army. Now, this is a more traditional hit by Mr. Robot, and this was that other attack I told you about. He got this one right after the other one. Wow, Mr. Robot stealing all the Dark Elixir from all the rest of us, right? You can see here, he does a really, a more classic Super Queen, where he's coming in with the 4 healers. He takes out the northeastern part of the base. That allows him to dictate where the Queen's going to head. The number one question we get on these Super Queen attacks, the number one question I get in the comments is, how can you, well, I guess the number 2 question, the number 1 question is, what is the minimum level on the Queen? I would say 15, level 15 Queen. Some people might say level 10. I prefer level 15 because you need that DPS. But you can see here the number 2 question is, how do you decide which direction, or how do you dictate which direction the Queen walks? And you can see that Mr. Robot, if you want to go ahead and rewind a little bit here, he does a great job of putting a bunch of troops, but not all your troops. You want to save your main force for the main entry, but what you do is you use a few giants, some archers, either some minions, wizards, no matter what troop it is, the goal is still the same. You use those troops to make sure that you eliminate the outside units in one area, so your Queen will walk in the opposite direction, and then just like this raid, really picture perfect Queen, Super Queen here, then you bring all the rest of your army in, you merge them with the Queen, you get to the center of the base, you get that Dark Elixir storage down, and then you're walking away like this raid with over 5,000 Dark Elixir. Mr. Robot farming in Masters 1, so he's getting a significant loot bonus on top of that, especially when you're getting those 80% plus raids. Now we're going to move on to Town Hall 10. Like I said, Skeeto is technically a 9.5, but offensively, for all intents and purposes, he is a Town Hall 10. He has that Max Queen, and he's not afraid to use her, Super Queening a ton of loot like this base here. Now, these are the type of bases you want to target now, because this is a variation of Super Queen, using a bunch of giants and wall breakers breakers and wizards or archers, it actually gives you way more flexibility to target other loot sources. Now, Skeeto has a great technique on his Super Queen, aka Queen Walk, and what he does is he starts the Queen from about 90 degrees rotated to where the main army is going to go from. But even with his main attack, he doesn't just limit it to one area, kind of like Mr. Robot does at Town Hall 9. At Town Hall 10, it's much better, much easier, especially against these resource ring bases, or these ring bases with a center compartment with the both Inferno Towers. It's much easier to go ahead and bring a whole 90-degree area of an entry point besides the Queen. So let me repeat that. It's easy when you go ahead and split your giants into two forces. So he has the Queen going in from around the southeast, and then he has the main forces of his army all heading in via wall breaker entry along the southwest edge of the map. Then he uses a jump spell on the center of the map, and he's able to really do some heavy damage to this base. Not only does he get the 2 stars, but he gets almost all the loot as well. You can see that the Queen's still alive here. He has some minions in this army for some sniping around. Look at this. The Queen is taking out like half the base on her own. Obviously, this is the power of the Max Queen. You're not always going to get 100% on every base if you don't have a Max Queen, but certainly the technique is there. That's what you want to pay special attention to. It's going to be Skeeto again on this next raid. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, wait, all these raids only have 4 healers. Why 4? Why not 3? Why not 7? Well, that's because of the changes that Supercell made to the healer queen, or to the healers, I should say, on this last update. Now, what happened is you can have almost a full 100% normal effect when you have 4 healers on the queen. But when you get to 5 and 6 healers, some of the healing that they do is lost. You lose some of that healing effect that the healers do once they stack higher than 4. And then, once you get higher than 6, they give almost no benefit to the Queen. So the only reason to bring more than 6 healers, well, if you're bringing more than 4, you're going to get a small return on your troop space. If you're bringing more than 6, you're not getting any return except for basically a backup. In case some of your healers die, you'll have more that will go in and then replace the other healers. Now look at the technique on this raid. Yet again, Skeeto does the same thing here. Really smart. He brings his giants in from around 9 o'clock and also from around 7 o'clock. So he's hitting this base in 2 entry points with both with a similar size portion of his giants and wizards. That way he can tackle the center of the base, get that dark elixir, make sure he's hitting the base from all angles, creating that nice funnel for the troops that he wants to go into the center of the base. Now this one's not going to be a 3-star, but he still manages to get almost 100% loot bonus there, and quite a haul. Now it's time for Town Hall 11. Aronos, you guys have heard him on the 3-star expert series. He's a really good attacker, and look at him in the wild against this Town Hall 11 max base. He's going to go ahead and hit it with a Queen Walk Super Queen variation with a bunch of giants and wall breakers, Barch, wizards, you name it. He even has a couple witches, and it's certainly a lot of loot. He's in Titan 3 like I am, and he's really going to take advantage of this attack style. It's not that expensive of an army, and he's going to go ahead and 3-star this base using Queen Walk into giants. He has 1 golem in the clan castle, bunch of wizards, providing a nice meat shield with all those giants and that golem for the rest of the witches and wizards. And then he has that queen taking care of that eagle artillery on her entry point. You can see he's really got this strategy down, and he's really able to dictate what way the queen walks. So another method of dictating what way the queen walks on a Queen Walk or a Super Queen, you can see he missed that free spell there, still able to pull out the 3-star attack. This is an impressive attack here. So another way to dictate which way the queen walks is, what you want to do is position her or angle her a little bit extra in the direction you want her to walk towards. So if you go back and rewind this replay, for example, he started her not at 3 o'clock, but because he wanted her to walk north, he started her around 2:30, 2 o'clock or so on the map. That way he was sure she would walk north because she's always going to go to the closest unit, and sometimes if you angle her a little bit, you can better predict which way she's going to head. You're always going to have times where you're just not able to get the right direction, and then you have to alter your strategy. You can't rage quit, you can't start over obviously, so you have to make the best with what you have and adjust your attack accordingly. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this follow-up Super Queen video at Town Hall 9, 10, and 11. I did have some more basic Super Queen information about a week ago. I'll go ahead and link that in the description, and my original Super Queen guide. Until then, I will see you guys next time, and as always, take care, guys. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. Just a few ways you can help the channel out. Number 1, like. Number 2, subscribe. And number 3, comment. Tell me what you think of the video. I really appreciate it, guys, and it really helps me out a lot. Also, you can find me on social media. I'm active every day on Twitter at @clash_with_ash, and on Bindle chat group #ClashWithAsh. And as always, you can find me on my website at www.clashwithash.com. Thanks, guys.